Why you stop with the Cardi B talk? Hey, y'all.
Happy Monday.
It's Monday. I'm Kim.
I'm Portia, and this is K&P Presents. I lost my voice. I have dance practice on Mondays with my dancers, so my voice is gone. Every Monday. And I look rough. Right
she does not look. Can somebody please put in the comments that Portia does not look rough? I'm trying to tell her she don't look rough.
I'm one that does not like to wear
reason,
my natural hair.
She's not believing me. I don't know why, because I'm pretty honest and straightforward if I feel some type of way. And you represent for the both of us. So,
me?
You don't look rough. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You are just, this is K&P. But, okay, y'all. I want to jump into a few things tonight because, one, we have my boo on the show. Her name is Nina.
Yes.
I have known Nina 22 years, give or take.
That long?
That long. Met her when I met Quincy.
Oh, wait, elementary then, right? Middle school.
We 32.
Years.
20 years.
I know how old
20 years ago, we were in middle school.
Damn. We old as...
I'm fine. I'm not old.
I'm fine in 32.
But I'm excited about this because, one, this is family. Literally the first daycare Peyton ever went to. Her mommy and her auntie owned it.
Yes, in Austin. It's still open, right?
It's still open, yes ma'am. And it was the only daycare that I would trust my baby to go to because I didn't trust people and I hated that we moved because once we moved, I couldn't get her there anymore because we were on the complete opposite. We were in two different cities now. But I've watched her journey from just everything. And it's phenomenal to see where she is right now. Like, y'all don't even, I'm gonna let her tell y'all. Y'all know I hype people up, but it's because they worth hyping. Also, I went to go, thanks to her, I went to go see Queen and Slim. Am I saying it right?
Yes. Queen and Slim was
I ain't gonna give it away, but
at this point I saw it twice. It was that good.
It is good though.
It was good.
But and I was not gonna go see it because I had people that were like, it's not that good. Like, y'all hyping it up. On my timeline. Even Elliot O'Hara was like, I got 80% people saying it's good, 20% saying it's not.
I like it. It's a deeper meaning. Like, you have to look deeper into what, what's her name? Latha, or the producer? I can't think, Waits or something, but the message she's trying to give is multiple messages in the film, but it's just empowering. Somebody tried to compare it to Bonnie and Clyde, and she got offended. It was like, that's not what it is.
But she can't act like that's not a part of it though, because
they're not criminals. Bonnie and Clyde were criminals.
Exactly, so. But in a sense, it was more like that. When people think of Bonnie and Clyde, think about that ride or die person, like that person that's gonna be there all the way. That's what you think of when you think. Well, at least most people think about. I don't think they take it in like y'all are criminals and y'all are. Yeah, I don't think. But she just wanted. I
think she wanted to make sure people understood the message that she was trying to get out, in regards to like the trial, the things that Black people go through in the representation
we go
of
through
us.
So
and
much,
it's so much. Like, it was just crazy that to me that the woman got shot and the guy didn't get shot. Oh, oops! Spoiler alert. Sorry. Shit, we saw it. We can talk about it. We saw the movie. Go buy your tickets.
We gotta at least give them a weekend and a half to see it. Ain't even out a weekend.
Well, I already said it. So that was crazy to me because it's always the other way around typically.
And she was the one that wasn't doing anything. Like she wasn't.
She wasn't the person that got.
She wasn't the person. No, she did not. She was an attorney, and and that's the problem. That's the problem we have.
You went to go see it?
Oh. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this.
I mean, I think she should have shut up, but I also feel like she did a great job of asking certain questions and just stating facts. Like, you shining the light in his face. That's why he's blocking his goddamn hand.
And sometimes I hate to say it, but sometimes I feel because when it first started, it reminded me so much of Damon and I when we got pulled off. It was years ago, and we got. No, I'm going to talk about when me and him got pulled up. I'm not going to tell part of the story. I mean, if you see, actually in the previews it shows the shooting, so that's not giving it away. But when we got pulled over, I was irritated. I was mad because I was like,
I'm always irritated when I get pulled over.
What are y'all pulling him? Because they didn't just pull us. My thing is, if you're going to pull us over, tell us why we're getting pulled over, write us the
That's
ticket.
what they didn't do.
Write us the ticket and let us go. Don't tell them to get out the car. Don't try to separate us to see if I'm going to tell him something different.
refuse to get out the car?
I don't know.
Because that's a good...
I don't know.
I didn't finish. Remember I said I was going to read that big-ass law book. I didn't finish that.
The one you said you were going to read a year ago?
Yeah, I didn't finish that. I think it told me what I need to do in that book. But that's a good thing to know because you need to have probable cause. Like,
just
right?
like when
the warrant is another one. Like, should you have a warrant to search my car?
Listen, y'all. I'm one of those people
There's a
where
lot of different questions
you do need to know your rights. But if you dealing with a cop who don't care and wants to be forceful about because they were asking, he would just, no, I'm not going to.
He wouldn't tell him anything.
No, I can do this. I can say that. You can't ask questions. And she was like, I'm an attorney. She's an attorney. So you're not dealing with somebody.
But he wouldn't assume that just because of who
and he didn't believe her either.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. But it's a dope movie. And just support. We got not one, but two leading actors that are both black, y'all. Like black.
And the
black.
producer.
And the producer.
I think the script writer is also black. They're both two women. Mm-hmm.
That's so dope.
I think one's mixed breed and then the other one is like
and Daniel Kaluuya. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong. I apologize. This gets to you, Daniel. I apologize. He's the star in the show, in the movie.
Oh, yes. Get Out. No.
Yeah, he's Get Out.
He's Get Out. Why are his eyes always so damn red? He looked high as hell in the movie.
You might want to ask him that.
I don't know.
But
do he look high as hell? He looked high.
I noticed that
as hell. His eyes are so red.
I think it's
all
like that in every
time.
I think that's just how you.
That's what I'm saying. All the time. Did you smoke before the set? What
if that's just his life? Like that's the way he is.
Or is it because he's just so rich in chocolate?
He is chocolate. And she is too, baby. Slim's so fine. Well, now he'd be Slim, huh? She'd be Queen.
Yeah,
I guess. I didn't know that.
She was like, I'm going with my Slim. It's Slim and Queen.
She did say that. But it's dope, y'all. We gotta support more films like this because we get mad when we don't see a lot of us and stuff. But if we don't go to the things that have us in it,
you know, one that a lot of people aren't talking about. I don't know if it came out. No, it came out before it. But Harriet is another one I want to see that I have not seen yet. I'm
gonna tell you why I did not go see Harriet. Now this is the one where I did let the critics kind of sway my opinion on going to go see it in the theater because I did plan on going to go see it.
Okay.
The story that they tried to depict was not based off, and I know this because I actually y'all know I'm in school. I'm in a history class. I'm in cultural anthropology. We just did a study on Harriet Tubman, and from what that movie is showing to what she did, they don't correlate correctly.
Really?
In a
That's
sense,
not good.
It's in a sense, it's making it look like there's like a white savior.
And
I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm not gonna support that. Shout out to Lil Mama that played it though. You know, I'm pretty sure she did a fantastic job.
We support you, sis.
And I don't even know if I support her because apparently she had an issue with Black Americans. Let me tell y'all something. We didn't know what was happening when we got here. For the most part, most of us was forced here. And the ones that were here before, we got forced off the land. So we're sorry we're not as authentically African or authentically as y'all want us to be. We probably don't want to be this way either. But this is what we know, and this is the life that we have to live. So don't ridicule us because we don't understand something in an in-depth level. We weren't taught that. Our history was whitewashed.
Mm-hmm. And
so don't get mad at us because I'm listen, when I take that African American course, y'all ain't heard nothing yet because I'm coming with facts every show. I'm gonna give y'all a new fact y'all probably didn't know about a famous or not famous African American because we don't know and they don't teach us this stuff in school.
Right.
You know, that's all. Y'all gotta chill with that.
About the specific ones during Black History Month. And those are the ones that carry on.
I don't think I learned about Malcolm X till I got in middle school.
Really? They will drown you with MLK though.
MLK and Rosa. Shout out to Rosa Parks. It was the 64th anniversary yesterday of her not giving up her seat.
You know what was a good question though? What happened to that bill where Harriet was supposed to be on the
Trump is in office.
Oh, is that what happened? I believe it.
Trump is in office. He did not push that through. That had happened during the Obama administration, but it needed to be pushed through and Trump is in office.
You're so
Hot
knowledgeable.
Trump. I got a feeling you're going to end up watching this because I think that every time you hear your name, you try to see what they talking about.
Oh, shut up. And you know we live, so they going, up Trump, mention here. Let's watch that for a little while. You know they listening on their phones, they listening everywhere.
Y'all see it. I'm just, I ain't saying nothing bad, just saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was dope. There was something else that happened. I put, women everywhere. Women. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I didn't even want to come in the building to do the show until Kevin, so I could physically see him to come and get me.
I know she coming.
Because I don't want to be taken. And
I cracked my phone because of that reason.
I was on the phone with her. I was like, have you met her in the house? Are you in that? This is insane. Leave people. Sex trafficking is real. Watch your kids. Watch your kids. I don't know what y'all be doing when y'all don't watch. I got 2 of them.
Just let them go play on the playground and go sit in one spot, and they just be everywhere.
I see where they are every time. They not gonna be too far away from me. Y'all gotta watch y'all kids.
And yourself.
Because these babies getting taken. This is out of control. Watch your children. Watch yourself. Be aware of your surroundings. If something don't look right, your spidey senses start tingling. Get out of Dodge. You don't owe nothing to nobody. You don't need to be nobody's hero. I was talking to a lady. Was that you I was talking to earlier? No, I was talking to Tiffany.
So no.
I was talking to Tiffany. And I told her, I was like, granted, I do carry, but I don't want to have to use it. I will protect myself and the life of my offspring at all costs. I do not want to take away somebody else's family member. I will. I don't want to, but I will. So, for the people that's watching this, snappers, people, don't touch me or my children or anybody that's close to me.
You remember you got that video that was circulating that everybody kept sending?
Yeah,
the local
one that was here in Austin. Yeah, little mama
about a van following her.
Her boyfriend had to fight off the guy. And this was right up the street from where
he fought him.
Yes,
I stopped watching it.
The boyfriend had to actually defend. Now I don't know how true this is.
That's another thing I question as well, because I've seen multiple videos from people in Atlanta, and I've reposted it like they're warning you, and then somebody messaging like, "Oh, this is false. This isn't." So it's like you're questioning, like, is this true or not?
Well, they've taken pictures of that van with the double locks. Yeah.
In Austin?
Yeah. I actually asked myself, well, have y'all contacted the APD? Why do y'all keep posting
Was
it
there
on
a license plate?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, that should have been recorded.
Why y'all keep posting it on Facebook? Can't nobody, what am I gonna do? Excuse me, sir, open your door and let me shoot you for don't kill no. Tell the cops. Let them do something right. Call them and tell them that this is going on.
Right. Like
don't post it on Facebook. If something looks suspicious, they call and let y'all. And there's a suspicious man in my lawn, and he could literally be just walking around. Call and tell them you see a suspicious man. Give them the license plate number. Let them tell them and let them handle it. Stop posting it on Facebook though, because ain't none of us know cops. Well, I ain't.
I mean, but it's good to post just to let us be aware.
That's fair too.
You know, because I know about the white vans and stuff, but I didn't know that it was going on in Austin, so it was good to inform us all. But I got so many messages of the same video. I guess, just keeping people informed. But me myself, I'm scared at night, and sometimes I get. No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I was in Whole Foods, which is like my sanctuary, and I was just and I'm the only color in there, so I'm already looking around at everything and making sure they know, hey, I can purchase this, But it just. I'm walking to my car. I have to still be mindful of it because it's just me.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why I keep my location on. Somebody is going to know where I am at all times. Right. All times. Like, one of my devices is always with me. My sister, my niece, you. I think a couple of people.
There's only 2 people I have my location on for. I need a few more.
Yeah, because, I just go to sleep.
Yeah, just in case. But no, I told you that last week I was running, when I get home after dark, I called my mom. She didn't answer, so she could be at the door to look for me, and she wasn't there. So I ran, dropped my phone, and cracked it because I just don't want nobody to run up and nothing. And I cracked my phone because I'm paranoid as hell about getting snatched.
They say you should smoke weed or CBD oil for paranoia. I'm not doing it. I don't like the smell of it. It works. It's effective. The CBD oil I've had has been very effective, but I don't like the smell. I don't like smelling it. They need some.
It don't smell bad.
They need some sweeter smelling weed, like honey.
What?
Or
I mean,
vanilla.
that would be great, but we
have
don't
vanilla
smell
weed?
bad though.
I think it do. I do not like
Why
the
don't
smell
you
of weed.
come? That's a good business plan.
Vanilla
to
weed?
come up with like
flavored
scented,
weed or
flavored.
scented.
scented weed.
Let me copyright
Don't steal our idea.
Y'all heard me.
Coming
That's my what is it called? Intellectual domain, because I said it first. So don't take my idea.
Girl, you see.
But other than that, yeah, nothing else is.
Y'all went to go see the tree lighting at Zilker, right?
Yeah, it's our annual little family outing. We go to the tree lighting for Zilker, and then we go to the Trail of Lights.
Was that last night?
No, we haven't went yet. We wait.
Oh, okay.
We wait for that a little bit.
It's not open yet.
We do Mozart's Coffee Cafe. They have this beautiful light show. They have live music. They had live music last year when we went. And 32nd Street, is it 32nd Street, I think it is. Their whole block is lit up. All the houses.
That's
the one that had the trap house. You didn't like that?
I don't like it.
Well, I mean, I have a 3 and a 1-year-old, so it doesn't take much to get them
and people
excited.
really be parking and taking pictures in front of these ugly ass lights.
I do.
It ain't that. No,
like this the whole time too.
I don't like it.
My kids love it. I gotta sell it. But and then I actually do a couple of things during this.
But Santa on the Terrace is another one that we usually do. Both
and
of us,
they canceled it because of the weather. We're gonna do.
But Saturday was beautiful.
But that morning it was raining.
Yeah,
it was raining that morning. But they gonna reschedule for next year. They ain't gonna even redo it.
Yeah, so moving right
That's
along.
not all. But I'm also gonna take a trip to Bryan College Station for Winter Wonderland.
Is that where you drive through?
No, it's like a whole deal, like almost like a park kind of deal. They have snow. You can do a snowball fight. I was gonna say if you want to go, you might.
Really? Yeah, let's go.
You can do like a whole little family thing. I'm excited though, but I love December because I mean,
it's cheery.
Yeah,
it's happy.
yeah.
Everybody's happy. You want to give people stuff. You want to be extra nice. And
I ain't gonna say I'm bad, but I just
it don't make you feel make you a little nicer. Oh, it do. I be giving money to people on the corner a little more often.
I give them some food.
No, they gonna throw that shit away. I mean, they're gonna throw that away. I'm trying to watch my
That's
mouth.
where my heart is, and what their intentions are two different things. If my heart,
I've
is
gave
to
something to
feed you,
somebody and literally watched them throw it in the trash, and it pissed me off. So I was like, I don't need to give nobody else nothing because I want to get out the car.
Yeah, do something about that.
Pick it up and throw it in their
therapy.
face. No, because that was leftovers. I could have ate that. Like I gave you some food. You said you hungry on the sign to say you hungry.
But then you gave me your leftovers. I probably don't want your leftovers either. Just because
They were good
I don't want your food over your mouth, man. Golly, give them a new.
You gotta take what you can get if you hungry. I'm sorry. Is that rude?
Yes. Yeah, they have dignity.
They
would
do.
you let me?
But it was like a whole.
That I have eaten. Here, eat this leftover. It was good when I ate it earlier.
That was.
They ain't got nowhere to warm it up.
You right, but I was pissed because I could have ate. I guess I was pissed because I could have ate that.
Should have ate it then.
Shit, I thought I was doing something nice.
I don't. Now what I will do is I'll go get them something. Like if I'm near a place, I'll ask. Like, do you want me to get something from over here? And if they say yeah, I'll go get them something.
Oh, you're real sweet.
I'm not gonna give you no money. I don't know what you do with that money. I give you a blanket,
crack
and I don't know if you're gonna do any of that, but I'm gonna put some substance in your body that's gonna keep you going or keep you warm before I give you my cash money. I don't even carry cash like that, so that's why I don't. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick little break because we're gonna bring Nina on. Yeah, I had this last little half hour for her, and she has a lot.
I had to go down the list.
Yeah, I'm like
everything.
We're just gonna kind of sit back, and y'all are gonna hear what she does, and she. Y'all see. Y'all are here. I can't even. You'll see.
Oh, maybe she can show us some like. I wish we had room like to do some fitness.
You can do whatever you want to.
No, we ain't got room for that. And ain't nobody ready for that right now. So
we did our breathing exercise last time.
We was sitting down though.
That is true.
Oh, maybe if you do some breathing exercise, we could.
I can do this.
Or
that's all I got for you.
That ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna.
I can feel the body. I can feel it tightening. And
girl, shut your butt up.
just gotta do it.
I'm trying to watch my mouth these days. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna bring Nina Sarahphina on. Ain't that just sounds so? Nina Sarahphina.
I thought. Did you get it from that show? That movie? Sarahphina with Oprah? No?
I can't wait. We're gonna figure it out.
I am. I want to know the origin of that.
All right, we'll be right back.
Look at you doing solid gold. Oh, wrong track.
Hello, welcome back.
I really had the Cardi B put that on me.
Welcome back to K&P Presents. We now have the lovely Nina Sarahphina. For those of you who don't know who she is, you can definitely check her out on her Instagram, which is at the bottom there. You can check out and see who she is, what she's about. But this season is all about being healthy as AF. So that's one of her platforms that she came on the show today to talk more about, and we are excited to have her. So Nina, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you ladies for having me. It is a pleasure to be here. I love what you're doing. I love your vision. I support you 100%. I see that you got supporters as well, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to y'all.
We talk and let me know how else I can support the show, you know. We'll get to that though. Nina Sarahphina, fashion, fitness, fine arts, and today we're gonna be focusing on fitness. Part of my journey in fitness has to do with me being over 100 pounds all the way up till high school. And 16 years ago, I had gastric bypass surgery.
I never knew that.
And so I was one of the youngest people in the United States to have the gastric bypass surgery. And it changed my life around completely. I was still a growing young woman that underwent a major surgery that probably could have been prevented if I would have simply changed my diet and did a little exercise. So now everything happens for a reason, and now I am hoping to be able to use my story, my journey, to help other people who are in similar situations, which happen to be a lot of people in the United States, especially Texas.
Especially people
Especially Texas. Oh my gosh, especially people of color. You know, we were just born a little differently. You know?
A little more love, a little more love.
Absolutely. So it starts with the kids. I have a developing program called Fit Food for Kids. It's an adult-friendly kids food service that replaces unfit foods with healthier, kid-friendly versions. And since your little baby went there and she was with us for a while, she breastfed a lot for a while, and so her diet was way more nutritious than a lot of children her age. But it was fun to get to see her enjoy vegan options, healthier choices that are still kid-friendly, because she relied on you for a lot of her nutrients. So yeah, I'm pretty proud to be a part of a program that allows kids, especially kids, because that's where it starts, to motivate, influence, and inspire their parents.
And it makes a big difference. I remember reading. I used to work for the Honest Company, there's a book written by one of the founders. I cannot give you the title. When I get it, I promise you I'll share. But they state in the book that the first 1,000 days of a child's life, which is essentially the first 3 years, what they eat is what makes up what they eat for the rest of their lives. So pretty much for the first year of Peyton's life, like, we breastfed since she was 15 months. I did not do dairy. I didn't do anything.
You were vegan.
Yeah,
almost, right?
I was vegan. I was vegan when I got pregnant with Dylan. And I honestly, I tell people that I feel like that was why I was able to conceive and to carry throughout my pregnancies for the time that I did, because I was putting different things in my body versus what I was so used to doing. But Peyton is one of those kids that will eat like apples and peanut butter.
She will eat
She'll eat that. What she
For
won't
real.
eat is she doesn't like beef. Like she won't eat hamburgers.
Really?
She will not eat a hamburger.
That is amazing,
She will
because
not
my
eat a
baby
hot dog.
love burgers.
She will not eat pork chops. She won't eat
But
that kind of stuff.
you started her early with that.
Right. And even now, like even with dinner, like their favorite things to eat, which I used to make them, but I've gotten lazy. But the little pouches with the fruit and veggies in them, I give them like 2 or 3 of those a day because I want them to still get their fruit nutrients in, and it still has a little bit of flavor to it to where they do it. But those are what they rather have those for snacks than like. Peyton is starting to like candy, which I curse Halloween for that.
Girl, I remember when Peyton said, I had her one day, she's like, McDonald's, and I called him. I was like, she asking for McDonald's, and I know you don't feed her McDonald's, and I promise you, I did not give her McDonald's. So she's asking for this, and I just want you to know before she come back to you.
It was YouTube.
She asking about it.
It was YouTube. A little girl on YouTube had a little McDonald's Happy Meal that she was playing with, and they kept saying it, that repetition, but that goes to show.
How it happens.
Yeah, that's how they do.
Your mama is not gonna kill me.
But I loved it because, again, this is Nina's family. Like if y'all know my brother Quincy, then y'all know Nina's his cousin.
Shout out QT Mays.
You know, this is like what I was very specific when I chose where I wanted Peyton to go, because one, I know people would respect me, they would look out for her like they were her own, and then they would make sure that she ate what I wanted. A lot of places, a lot of people would be like, oh, well, she can eat this. How are you gonna tell me what my baby can eat? No, she cannot. She can have this. And they would even be like, hey, can't wait. You know, make sure she had this because, you know, we're having this today. So bring this in the school she's at right now was the same way as well. So that's really important. I don't think a lot of parents know that, because I see so many parents get their kids stuff, and it makes me cringe.
I think I'm one of those.
It makes me cringe.
Because Mike do not eat healthy anymore, and I didn't know the 1,000 days, which is 3 years, was. I mean, it makes sense. And when your baby is a baby and is starting to eat table food, it's really important to expose them to so many different foods. But I didn't know that until Mike was like 2. And he was already like,
already had his kind of.
He already knew what he liked.
Well,
so
it's never too late.
It's not.
It's never too late, and I understand. I don't have children of my own, but I understand how it is when your child is upset or cranky or whatever, and you just want to give them something to quiet. But that's the same thing they do to adults. You know, they stuff preservatives in your food. They put things in your food that you can't pronounce, and I always say if you can't pronounce it, you probably don't want to eat it.
That makes sense.
But it's what it does, you know, to the brain. You know, these preservatives and these extra added sugars, it makes the brain think that you want it, that it's good for you, or that it's fulfilling, but it's really poison. Yes, it's the same with drugs and addiction. You know, and this is why kids are being addicted to. Think of like. If a mother were to do drugs when she's having she's pregnant, if a mother has a bad diet, it's just as bad as having those bad drugs. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so harsh to say it's poison, but it's the truth.
But it is
absolutely 100%.
It's hard to take that truth,
especially
in.
sugar.
Like,
and
sugar is in multiple different ways.
Everything.
Well, this is the thing about sugar. There's
good sugars, there's sugars.
Yeah, and we want to stay away from added sugar.
Gotcha.
So your body needs sugar.
Like apples have a certain amount of sugar in it.
Right. Well, all fruits, if it's organic, then that means that it's not tampered with.
I got a question with that organic, because I feel like that's just something that's just put on the label just to make it seem like, oh, I'm getting this nice organic fruit or you know, and it's not really that. Because I used to get that, and then I watched the video, and it was just like, it's all the same.
Well, there are some things that aren't worth buying organic, and some things that you should look out for.
How can you really tell if something is organic? Because they charge more for those organic items.
It depends on where you go. Because if you go to like a farmer's market, there's one in Mueller where I live around there, and it's from
Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and on Wednesdays.
And everything is organic because these are from
4 to
farmers
7.
So things are a lot more affordable, and also this is organic produce that can be bought with food stamps.
Yep.
They'll actually credit you twice
At the
as
farmer's
much.
market?
Yep.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
WIC.
Wow, I didn't know that though, because I've only been to the farmer's market.
Well, that's the thing. I think in our community, it's about the education that's lacking.
Yes.
If you know how to assess it, but not just assess it, but use it. Some people are like, okay, I got all these vegetables. Now what? How do I make it taste good? How do I? Because you still want to make it taste good. There are some people who just go cold turkey and say, you know what, I'm going full plant based.
Wow.
I don't see how you can do that.
Well, I mean, you can do anything you
I know, but
anything you
geez
want to.
Louise.
But it depends on the reason, and I feel like a lot of that's why I focus on the kids, because they have parents. And to tell a parent you don't care about your children if you're feeding them this, it makes an impact. Yeah, I mean that's the honest truth.
It definitely does.
It's the honest truth. But it's so inspiring to see these kids be able to tell their parents or show their parents new ways of eating food that they're not so used to. And like I said, the added sugar. You read labels. You know what I'm saying? They can put on any label, but they can't make up ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Look at, if you buy something, look at the ingredients.
Especially like one of my friends, our friends, Danielle, she was telling me about like being mindful of what I feed my son as far as like the amount of sugar and stuff. And one thing she mentioned was those pouches. Now I know you give him more veggie like style patches, but like my son likes patched applesauce, the pouched applesauce, and it's like a lot of added sugar and some of those foreign words and things like that.
Get the organic one.
Really not good.
It just says organic apples for ingredients.
On the ingredients?
It's just organic apples. That's it.
Because I was
or
told
you know
not
what?
to get it at all, and like maybe either just give them
You
regular
can
apples or
That's true.
I ain't got time.
Yeah, you do. You have plenty of time. But
We go
you
through
have
this every
to.
day.
You have to want it. You have to want it for yourself. And if you don't want it for yourself, then it's kind of difficult. And unless, like in my situation, these kids are at daycare 10 hours a day. So their breakfast, their lunch, their snack, 3 of the 5 meals that they should be having are served there. And so I have more control over what these kids are eating, and it makes their parents are wondering, what do you feed him? What is he eating here? Because he won't eat at home. He doesn't want noodles anymore because he's having whole grain pasta, and it's fulfilling, and they have more energy, and they know when to go to sleep. They're on a routine, and because their bodies are generating as they were supposed to be created, you know. But again, it's a lot more simple than people make it in the media or these companies who are making money off you basically poisoning yourself. If it has
for
to,
the convenience.
Absolutely. But especially in our community, I don't think that we should have to see these consequences before we're like, okay, now I'm ready.
There was obesity.
There was a movie going around. I think it was like What the Hell.
Oh, that's why she turned vegan, right?
Yep.
Is that I tried to be vegan with her, and I just couldn't do it. But for a while,
vegan versus plant life is different. Plant based. Because if you're vegan, that means you refrain from any animal products.
I wouldn't do leather,
anything.
None of that.
Plant based is a type of diet, so that means you're only eating plant based foods.
Yeah.
So you can do it, but it's again,
you gotta educate yourself.
I bet you I could prepare meals for you for an entire week, and they'd be 100% vegan, and you wouldn't know. You would still be satisfied, fulfilled, and feel like your food tastes good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're capable of doing it too. You just have to want to, and it's okay if you don't want to. It's totally
I do want
fine.
to eat healthier. Like my cholesterol is bad, so my doctor's like, you need to.
And it's been
She referred to plant-based diet is what I need to do. So I did, but like
convenience. I know.
the convenience.
Well, tell me about the convenience. What do you mean?
I mean, right now I'm living with my mom because I'm working towards getting my house.
She don't have a refrigerator?
She does, but a long day at work. She didn't cook some enchiladas, some rice, some beans. Why am I going to the kitchen and cook? It's already ready.
Well,
Let's
that's
eat and go
fine.
to sleep. So I'm saying for me, it's just convenience right now, and I'm lazy. Like if she gonna cook, why am I gonna cook on top of you cooking?
Do you exercise?
I dance. That's a form of exercise.
That's definitely fun.
Baby
How
dances.
often are you dancing?
twice a week if I can.
Okay. Well,
So.
since you're already active and doing something that you enjoy, that doesn't take up a lot of your time, do a little bit more of that, and then your metabolism will start to pick up, and your body will want different things. Like, it's going to be a time where, because you're dancing and because you're physically active, your appetite isn't going to want enchiladas. It's going to want something green. It's going to want a huge salad with all the stuff in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can go wild, you can go crazy, but just go wild and crazy with the good stuff.
With the good
Like,
stuff.
I literally crave smoothies. I will have like a day where I'm just like, I just want to
I can't
drink.
even
What do you
drink a
like to
whole
put in your
smoothie.
smoothie?
Personally,
You can do, every
I
time you
cannot
say
drink
the
a whole
C word,
smoothie.
which is CANT, you're gonna have to on air do 50 jumping jacks.
50.
Okay, we gonna not
CANT.
say that no more.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Y'all hear that? That's not allowed. We don't say the C word.
Because she don't like working out.
We don't say the C word. She loves working out. She just doesn't know it yet.
Tell me.
She dances. You see her dance?
I love to dance.
do
I
love
just don't
dance.
like to work out.
That's
But that's a
working
workout.
Absolutely.
That's fun to me. That's a hobby.
It's supposed to be
Workouts can be fun.
Okay.
That's the whole hype.
Well, y'all hype me up and I'll be
Absolutely,
working out.
we got you. We got you.
I'll be working out.
100%.
y'all.
I don't. Hold on, before I forget. Happy birthday, Breezy. I
Hi,
love
Breezy.
you,
Happy
baby.
birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
You told me I go back like 4 flats on the Cadillac, baby.
Hey.
That's Mr. Purcell in Maplewood.
Okay.
First grade, baby.
Maplewood.
That's 30 years, and that's another 30 year.
Breezy.
Breezy's another 30
We
year.
went to Maplewood together.
But for me, like when I do smoothies, I'm obsessed with arugula, and I know it's not supposed to be.
Arugula is so good.
That is a good
though.
thing to be
eat
obsessed
arugula
with.
so
That's
much.
It
great.
tastes so good. I love
You
it.
like that? Well, drop that down.
arugula.
Remember,
I
you love
love
arugula.
I would do
It's good.
arugula. I would do pineapples. I would do spinach. I don't do avocado in my smoothies because I don't like the consistency of them. I'll do apples, and I like to do I like to add maca. Maca root in it.
Never had that.
Maca root keeps you
Energized.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
it keeps you going for real. So I'm real big on those. So if I go to especially Juiceland.
That's her spot.
Woo! I'm gonna have to get Juiceland. Holla at your girl, 'cause I need a sponsorship from y'all because
I'm about to say,
Hey,
because you
Juiceland,
sure
we would love
putting
to
this
sponsor
product
something.
placement in here,
Okay.
girl.
Listen,
Shout out to
Juiceland is
Juiceland.
what saved me doing veganism. Like, because that's one of the few places that everything is organic.
Well, you know it's only juice though,
But I was okay with it.
and ice. You can do that at home.
I can't. You know,
That
and
is
I
a
went,
good
and I went
look.
about one of them little bitty bullet
Safe.
things,
Yep, that's it.
and I was in there.
Because Juiceland, although they do great things for this city, shout out to Juiceland, keep Austin local.
Yes, they do.
It's just
For the amount that it costs for one juice
It
at
is high.
Juiceland,
It
you
is
can
high.
buy a bundle of apples, a bundle of arugula, a bundle
All
of
organic.
pineapple. But again, it's not even. I don't think it's convenience. It's routine. People don't like to
Yes.
break their routine
That's very
cycles.
true. I did that
Or
today.
to
We
have
stopped
a
at
routine.
Chick-fil-A.
convenience. That's what it all
We
goes
stopped
back
at
down to.
Chick-fil-A
is
because
convenience.
it's right there. I can go through the drive-thru. I can go get it.
Yeah,
and then
but
go.
so is the grocery store.
Literally, the grocery store is right
And
there
then you
behind
can make it
Yeah.
and freeze it, right? You can always
You
freeze
can
Oh,
make
yeah.
it
and
and freeze it. You can, or you can get things that are you. Look, I have this thing that I do called a soup salad smoothie, and for 7 days I'll just eat any soup, any salad, and any smoothie. Soup meaning plant based, like a vegetable broth, because not all soups are safe.
Yeah, 'cause I like this.
Yeah, yeah. And it definitely doesn't need to come from a can. So
Or
this is homemade
chowder.
soup. Yeah, or chowder. Yeah,
I
no
like
chowder.
the Toscana.
Nothing from a
Olive
can. As a
garlic.
matter of fact, throw everything
you know that's
that's
my
in the
thing.
can away. Everybody.
Well, no, I don't like canned soup. I'll make it from
I do
scratch.
not like canned soup.
But
Canned
it will.
anything.
Canned vegetables.
all that.
Every now and
Frozen
then.
is okay though, right? Frozen.
It's okay, but
I don't
you,
like frozen.
But the thing is,
I
anytime
rather
you get it frozen
raw.
or in the can, the
Takes
nutrients.
away.
Yeah, okay, girl, give me high
I know,
five.
I thought the frozen was the best next best thing after fresh.
Look, me and my mama just
After
talked about
fresh,
that.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
yeah.
After fresh, the next best
But
thing is frozen.
it's more like farm to market freeze
Farm to
and
table.
then farm to table freeze instead of like the frozen section. at
Got
the
you. So
food
buy
aisle.
it, then freeze.
There
it.
you go.
Oh, okay.
There
That
you
actually
go.
makes a lot more
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I used to buy frozen vegetables.
But some frozen vegetables are fine.
I
Cauliflower,
I like
broccoli.
frozen green beans.
Yeah, green beans.
I do not like canned green beans. I get like like seriously whenever
I'll
they
buy
change,
canned before frozen.
I will not. When
We're not buying canned anymore.
when my diet changed, it made me not like anything in the can. Like my taste buds got real bougie.
Good
like,
for them.
Somebody
That's good.
for Thanksgiving, I don't know who.
It was you.
It was not. I don't, but they used canned yams. I was offended.
Oh, I know
Yeah, but
somebody
if
else
you
that did
didn't
that.
see that can,
Baby,
you
I know
wouldn't
can.
know.
No.
With the
I
yams,
could tell. I
guess it depends on if it's like if you're used to having the chunky yams or if you're used to having the
Because the smooth yams, smushy ones,
you
are the
can't
canned
tell.
ones.
Well, sometimes
they
they're
were
not.
the old circular chunks that they put in a can, and I had just made sweet potato casserole myself.
And the ones in the can aren't. They're usually more mushy.
And they
They
Syrup.
are, and
Yeah.
they're very syrupy.
So that's a good way to tell if they
I was
are.
like, y'all know better than this.
Yeah.
Not on Thanksgiving. Say that for a regular dinner. or something.
Yeah, you get that when you want to go somewhere.
Okay, so no can, no frozen.
Well, try to stay away.
Try
from
to
can.
stay away from it.
But
But if you're taking notes,
Yeah, if it's a choice between canned vegetables and
Chick-fil-A.
or Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, they're both probably about the same because them vegetables in that
Wow.
can are just for decoration.
Really? Even the organic ones?
organic. That's where we talk about that organic word,
Yeah,
right?
that's what
And
I'm
it's
saying.
not
Yeah, the
really,
thing is, organic is a label,
It is,
but always check the ingredients.
That's literally what I.
So if
I
it doesn't
read.
have ingredients because you're grabbing it, then that's probably safer than something that they've put in a container to preserve in order for it to remain. Yo, man, these preservatives are in everything. Salt. Yo, stay away from the salt.
I'm
Not even
I'm not
Tony's?
being with salt.
Saturates, yes, the sodium free, the salt free one.
I don't really.
I just can't go without Tony's though.
You can.
Oh, do your 50? Do your 50? Do your 50? Do your 50? You already said it.
Bye.
You already said it. You did it back. That wasn't even 5 minutes ago,
Bye.
We need 50.
Bye.
I don't got time for this.
Bye.
What is it? 5-0?
5-0. And
We don't got
50.
time for 50.
We're still gonna be talking.
Yeah.
You're gonna be over there.
Do your 50.
50.
That's some bullshit.
Starting
That's some
now.
bullshit.
So, after your gastric
I'm
bypass.
counting.
After your gastric bypass, what? Because I know
I'm not doing
that
this.
even with people that have surgeries where they do the tummy tucks and stuff, they gain the weight right back.
Well, understand that cosmetic
She did
that
five.
definitely
She only
wasn't
did 5.
50.
She only did 5.
Definitely wasn't.
I don't know why she think we ain't watching.
I thought she was gonna do it for her followers and
No,
fans.
they ain't gonna see this.
Oh no. Okay.
Struggle, jump. I've been dancing. I'm
That's
tired.
okay. You look like you're doing a great job. Phenomenal. Give us 10 more and then we got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was work. Fantastic. Give it
This some bullshit right now.
No. Every little bit counts.
I guess we feel healthy as fuck. So, so
What I do want to say is that, okay, so
Shut up,
there's
Kevin.
a lot of everything on television. People are so focused on the television being the truth that
the internet.
it's hard to break. But gastric bypass surgery is not the same as cosmetic surgery.
Okay.
So they have now what's called the lap band, where they put a band around your stomach so that your stomach is smaller, basically, in a nutshell.
You don't eat as much.
So you don't eat as much.
Inside, or they just put it around.
Yeah, it's a surgery. They actually go inside and put the band on.
Okay.
Oh God.
But with gastric bypass, they reroute your intestines. And it's sewn, and it's not cosmetic. It's not something that you can
Gotcha.
reverse or undo.
Gotcha.
And then tummy tucks are 100%
Cosmetic.
cosmetic. That's just removal of skin and re-stabling
That
back.
sounds
The
disgusting.
thing about that is they oftentimes they cut through the muscle that actually gives you that cut abdominal, when your abs are showing.
Yeah.
So again, cosmetic, and there's scarring, and there's so many things that people are getting now that if they just change the amount of water and electrolytes they intake, stop eating like a-holes, and that just means it's like eating whatever you want because you can, like that. Just because you can eat whatever you want doesn't mean you should eat whatever you want.
Right. This is true.
And you know what? It's balanced, man. It's like 2 days out the week, go hard. The other 5 days, be disciplined. it's only 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fair.
And to think about it, like, you tell me one thing that you would do anything for. Anything.
My kids.
What about you?
My kids, my son.
And you see those people every day, right?
Yes.
So why is it not clicking that the thing you care about the most in life could possibly be without you if you don't simply just stop eating like an a-hole?
I mean, and we talk about it all the time. I don't know what would happen if some. We know, but
we
like
know,
you just don't know
you don't
if it
want to
would go
be there. You
the
don't
way
wanna,
you planned.
You don't want to ever experience it. And I know that's the thing for me with why I kind of I started eating differently primarily because of Peyton. Even getting pregnant with Peyton, we were doing pescatarian diet. Like I wasn't eating like the I staged myself to the plant-based portion, and it was because I wanted to get pregnant. It was because I wanted to sustain my pregnancies. And even now, like when I'm home, it's so embarrassing because like I know the effect it has when you have a plant-based diet. You could see it all over my skin glowed. I didn't have any. I slept good. I had energy out of nowhere. Me and Peyton stayed on the go. We never said that. We never said that because I had all that energy to keep up with her.
Naturally.
Now,
what's different?
I don't eat nearly as well. Now,
I'm about to say your diet is not.
I don't eat nearly as well. Like so, I still get my 3 to 5 veggies in a day. And I still get my fruit, but I eat more meat. I eat a lot more meat. I eat heavier meat. So I eat fast food. I eat fast food probably like.
She's always out. If you want to go to a restaurant, Kim's your girl.
Unfortunately,
especially before she goes to class.
My little cousin calls me the what does she call me? Menu.
They may be getting on her because she always eating out.
Because he does, and he told me that. He's like, and we have goals to purchase a house as well. And he's just like, look, do you want this house? Or you want to keep going out to eat? And it's like kind of the perspective you just had. Do you want to be there for your kids every day, or do you want to have something as simple as not changing your diet, keep you away from them?
Simple.
And it's like when you put it into that perspective, yes, it literally does.
I mean, you think
it makes you feel like, you know what, that is really, I'm feeling guilty right now.
Perspective.
And like, you know what? It's not even about guilt. It's about better.
Yes. So
you know better.
You're right.
But also, don't feel like you're gonna have to completely deprive yourself. What?
That's my classmate talking about how I go out to eat before.
All the time.
But I always get seafood though.
But you're buying it.
I do. I don't know how to cook it as good as they do.
Look, I'm telling on you today.
You can't.
She don't just get food. She be getting drinks.
That's sometimes. Bottles at home too.
Look, that's sometimes poured up at the house.
But I mean, the thing is, enjoy yourself. You know, enjoy yourself.
We both like to eat, so I can't just put that on her. But
even it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if I'm gonna eat out this many times this week, then I'm gonna match the amount of times I cook all my meals at home.
And that's kind of, you know what? Honestly, that's what happened last week because I follow this cook, cookcancook.com.
Look, are y'all in
No, but I'm gonna tell y'all why. Let me tell you why I love her though, because she's the reason why I like cooking at home. I love cooking at home because of her. Because she makes all the meals, she breaks them all down. Everything is fresh. She's real big about getting fresh, fresh vegetables, fresh food. Wherever she talks about going to the farmer's market, she's from Louisiana, so she do a lot. She don't cook with pork. She doesn't really do a lot of even beef meat. I think she got like 2 meals.
So what's the difference between her and you?
It's not really a difference. I'm more lazier.
I don't think you're lazy.
When it comes to
step
cooking,
by step.
I don't think you're lazy when it comes to cooking.
If I have the time, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna cook, and then I'll do something else, and then I'm like, oh man, it's too late. I gotta get the kids.
But think about the times you do cook. Were you lazy then?
No, I cooked for like 6 hours on a.
So you know you can do it. Yeah, you know you can do it. But if you got to do it for you though.
This is very true. Yeah. And I like that when I cook, I get a high off of seeing like my family eat the food that I prepare for them. Like that is so rewarding. Like. To the people that cook, I get it, because it's like I used to always wonder that about my grandma, because she would just cook. She would always have food. I'm like, ain't nobody even over here. Like, what? But when you get there, you know it's food. You know you're gonna eat. You know it's gonna be something. And I feel like that's like it's because that's work in itself. And that is one of the things that I do like. I like to cook, and it is a satisfaction for them to eat the food.
Absolutely.
Make sure that, and I know that it's when I bought it. I was very thoughtful. I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna get this. I'm not gonna buy that. They got too many preservatives because I'm a reader of my labels. So I like to
snacks.
I'm not paying you no mind, Erica. I ain't had snacks the last couple of weeks.
Does she be having snacks in class? She be munching.
Snacks are okay. It just
they
depends
have
on
what kind of snacks.
You know, snacking
they be
is
having
great.
And our class is from 6 to 10 too. So we normally up after an 8-hour shift at work, driving an hour to get there because none of us live in the east side, can't afford to live there anymore. So you got to drive an hour to get there. You get there, you up to 10 o'clock. You literally up for like 20 hours.
So who decided to do that? Who decided to make their schedule like that?
Oh, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you knew you could do it.
Accountability.
That was a joint decision.
But mostly who? The
Oh,
person who's going to
the
do it,
person who's
right?
gonna do it,
So it's your decision to do it. So you have to know that you
I do.
can do it.
I have to be more disciplined.
No, you don't have to be more disciplined. But you have to know that you can do it because
This is
otherwise you wouldn't have set it up like
This
that.
is true. This is
So
true.
if you know you can do it, you know you have done it, and you know you want to do it, there's no reason why it shouldn't be done.
You're right.
Unless you just don't want it.
I wish you'd just come to my house and get me out of the bed.
It's
and
like a
make me
motivation.
Listen, you can do that though.
You
You
can
can do that. Hi.
I have a question though. Going back to because you are a kids food administrator, being that I'm in education as a teacher, like my son, he never eats the school lunch because I just don't trust it. I don't like the way it looks.
Ooh.
What? I'm just speaking
It's the
facts.
same
Have y'all ever went and ate with y'all kids and see what these kids is
It's
eating?
the same ingredients as Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, all that stuff.
Well, so what are your thoughts
presentation.
on that? Would you suggest for parents to pack a lunch for their kids versus eating a school lunch? Because yes, I pack him a lunch, and yes, it's not the healthiest lunch. It's hot dogs and the cup.
So what's the
fruit
difference
cups.
between your lunch and
Okay,
my lunch?
but I know what he eat, and I know who prepared it.
Okay.
Versus people in the back preparing it, and it come out some look like mush. Sometimes it remind me of jail food.
It's very similar.
So what are your thoughts on that? It really does.
What is that company called? Cisco?
Yep.
Cisco?
Now, at his old school, at his Montessori, they had Fresh Market or something prepare all their foods, and it was more, fresh produce and stuff that they provided to the kids. And their menu was
it's they get they
I was like, wow, y'all eating this
Southwest
today?
black bean tortillas.
Yes.
Soup. But I'm like, can I even?
Yes, and it's they don't feed them a whole lot of meat and stuff. They're very mindful, but at his charter school now, it's not. The menu isn't that great. Well, it's not even the menu. The food just don't look good. So what are your thoughts on that? Being that you prepare food at the daycare, and you've probably seen the foods.
And honestly, that's another reason why I don't want my babies going. I'm not in a
That
rush
food
for
look
them
gross.
to get to public school.
Now, I will say every now and then I do eat the Zappole. It's like a Mexican soup they serve. It's delicious. But outside of that, I'm not eating that. But sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, it's okay. So ask me the question again.
What are your thoughts on the food that they serve?
Public school?
Yeah, public schools.
The thing is the reason you don't know what's in your kids' food is because you're not at the city council meetings. You're not at the board meetings. You're not at the meetings where they're discussing what's going to go in your kids' food.
They discuss all that. I'm the essence. Look,
Listen, before you.
I thought it didn't matter what we like.
Before you hand your kid, I don't have children, but my suggestion is that if you hand your kids off to people, know who they are, know what they'll be doing, if they're going to be eating food, know what they'll be eating. These are all things you want to know about your. I would assume you want to know about what's going on in your child's life when your child is not with you. Mm-hmm. And these aren't secrets. These are things that can be found. But the thing is if you're not eating like you want your child to eat, then why should it matter what they're giving your child? I'm curious. No, it's not rhetorical. I really want to know. Why do you feel that if the ingredients in the charter school lunch are the same ingredients in McDonald's or Chick-fil-A and all the other places, same preservatives, then is it just the presentation that you don't like? You think if they made it prettier?
Well, one thing, presentation is everything. So
it's not everything, but if that's
well, not everything, but it matters. Mm-hmm. So when you look at something, if it don't look good, you're not gonna eat it.
Who's to say what's good and not good?
It's an opinion.
Though?
That's an opinion. However, commonly, if it doesn't look good, if it doesn't look good to you personally, you're not going to eat it.
Well, media marketing and advertising is fixed to make you believe that whatever they put into your face
Say that.
should be bought. It's a science to get you to buy something, and it works because y'all eat out all the time.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I'm saying?
I definitely can't say that too many parents will ask or inquire, which is more so maybe with the front office, but like, who's the food provider or who's the service provider?
I think
or
a lot
like,
of parents do. It's just that
they trust.
the ones that aren't are probably the ones who are not doing things differently at home. That's the thing I see a lot in our community too, is like we have a lot of people who complain about change but only spend a very short amount of time with their children. And you have to know these things if you want them to change. You have to know what it is. So the first thing I would do, if you don't like what they're serving, you send your child with their own lunch. That solves everything.
Yeah.
And then when you send your child with their own lunch, make sure that you know what you're sending them with. And I don't just mean the yogurt, the pretzels, whatever. I mean the ingredients. Look them up. Just look them up. Okay, they got this in my child's food. Sometimes when you research and gain the knowledge yourself, touching and feeling it and the aesthetic, it has more of an impact. You're reading like, what? Dopamine is in what? They gave this to my grandpa when he was they said the same medicine to my grandfather to keep him alive, to my 7-year-old son. You know what I'm saying? It's like those types of things, and it's not information that's not. It might as well be doing a tap dance on your face though, because it's like, haha, I can put anything in your food and you're not going to do anything about it because you fat, fine, and fluffy and feeling good. Want to go? What do they call it? When you go to sleep after eating a bit. Itis. Yeah, I got the itis. No, you do got the itis, and the itis can kill you.
It is.
It does kill you.
It does trigger certain neurons in your brain that make you believe.
May I ask y'all what y'all think would be? What would make things easier or accessible, or what do you want done so that you feel like it's worth making a change? And be real.
Well, I'll shout out to my school specifically. I don't know if you've heard of Brighter Bites, but it's a program where they provide weekly bags of fresh produce from fruits and vegetables to families. Like any student in the school can get this bag. It's 2 bags of produce every single week, and so it introduces them to like foods they never would try. And so as teachers, we go through the produce with our classes and introduce them to butternut squash and kale and whole pineapples and just different things. We call it what is it? Rainbows of the world or something. But it just introduces them to different fruits and vegetables and fresh produce, and they get to take that home. And so that's one initiative that the school is using with this program to provide these to these families. In addition, the teachers get to take it back home too, which is great. But that's one thing we're doing.
But I mean, what do you like? I'm talking about your child. You're at home at your house. Is there a service or a program, or what would make it more easier for you?
I like what you do. I personally like what you do because I know it could be specific. Like if I tell you, hey Nina, I want, what was it, soup salad,
soup salad
7 days, something like that. I think having it made and then being able to have it, and all I gotta do is heat it up or just eat it. That's convenience for me.
Yes.
So if I can get that pretty much weekly, I'll be okay. That's honestly how I get my groceries. I call them Whole Foods, and or whatever, and they deliver it to the house. I'm big on convenience because if I can have it there and it can be what I want, I'm good. I feel like no matter what I have, I can make it taste better if I don't like the taste at that moment. Like if I try that
means you can cook. That's all knowing how to cook.
Not gonna toot my own horn, but it ain't much to But if you give me something, well, my kids, especially Peyton, I've noticed that she's influenced by we watch a lot of Little Baby Bum. It's something on YouTube, and so whatever she sees them do, if they say it's cool to her. So I strategically put a lot of those shows on that it's like, hey, let's eat our apples. And like for a whole week, all she wanted was apple. Apple. And I think the following week we did carrots, and she showed, now she wants carrots. So that's what I learned with my baby. Dylan is, he's 18 months, so he's pretty much gonna eat. Dylan is a machine. He eats whatever he wants, and he eats a lot of it. But
so make sure he's having the good stuff,
and that's what I
especially
said.
if he has that metabolism.
Exactly,
That's early.
and he like that's his. That's why he eats a lot.
Good.
He loves.
That's
That's why he likes the powder.
Just like his sister though.
Mm-hmm. But no, that's good.
When she was a baby, she ate a
Eating
lot
kids, eating kids is a beautiful, healthy, great thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want your kids to eat. You want them to be hungry all the time because that means that their metabolism burning. Yeah, but if you give them things to stunt their growth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's when they start to slow down. The choo-choo train is kind of like,
sluggish.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just honestly, just pay attention to the kids. You'd be surprised. They like, well, at least the kids that I serve and I make food for. They like simple, direct, no imagination, right? And the texture is very important too.
Important,
you know, there's no such thing like kids. They know exactly what they want. They don't want difficult food.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? But they also don't want chicken nuggets all the time. You know what I'm saying? They also don't want French fries. They don't. They get that stuff because it's accessible and it has those. Yeah.
No, that. It's funny because I made lasagna last night and Mike loves pasta and meat, but that wasn't simple. It was layered. It was cut in a square.
It took a few minutes more. Okay.
He didn't eat none of it. It just didn't. It didn't. Once again, goes back to the presentation.
He spaghetti up in a minute.
Yes, because he likes the way it tastes and stuff. But so I guess to answer your question for me is like, if I do want to introduce more healthy food choices, how do I get past the struggle of him? Because he'll tell me in a minute, no, I don't want it. He will not.
Do you start small? Do you force him?
He will not eat it. And it's like, okay, well, you got to eat. So let's go back to these chicken nuggets.
See what he likes, right? Let's say he likes chicken nuggets and spaghetti and all those things. Then that means we start with what he likes. Let's say he likes macaroni and cheese, spaghetti, and chicken nuggets. There are healthy choices for those three things.
That's true.
You're going to have to cook them for yourself, though. It may not be chicken nuggets that he likes. He might just like chicken, so he might like chicken breast strips. You know what I'm saying? He obviously likes chicken, so give him chicken in different ways. Make sure that's what he likes. Give him dark meat and light meat. Like they don't know the difference, but we do if we watch. You know, macaroni and cheese is it can be very healthy if you use 100% whole milk cheese and add some Greek yogurt in there and some milk. Like those are all proteins.
Even use milk. We use almond.
It doesn't matter. I mean, whatever you choose. Like, and they're also just stay away from like low fat stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because, and why do you say that?
Well, because fat isn't. There's not. Our bodies are made of fat. We have fat on our bodies to protect our organs. So it's nothing wrong with fat. But when you take fat out and you're not processing or like probiotics.
I tell you to take those all the time.
You definitely should. You definitely should.
I take one, he take one.
But to get it from food, you might see some things that say activity, probiotic. Watch those words. Those are words like organic, and those are those trick words that just because someone tells you need it doesn't mean that it's a pure. That it may have a little bit of it in there, but as long as it's in there, they can use the word.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, like start with what you know they like. And find different ways of doing what they like, but you're gonna have to cook. You can't get past that.
You know who would be a great? She's in Los Angeles, of course. But Prince, do you follow Princess Love? When I went to school at LBJ with us.
I remember her, but I don't follow her.
So she's currently pregnant.
Y'all can be making a whole bunch of money.
She's pregnant again.
She's pregnant right now. She's doing another month and a half. And me and her, we swap recipes because Melody. Her baby and Dylan were born like a day apart, day and a half apart. They were doing the same day, but I think Melody came first. And so she showed me these little like turkey balls that she makes for Melody, and it's dope because it looks like meatballs, but she puts carrots and peas in it. So she's like, she's still getting her, her veggies, and she's eating something that she wouldn't even think that she would eat normally. So that's another way you can kind of
Pinterest, man. Everybody go on Pinterest for everything else. All you have to do is how do I get my baby to eat this, or healthy macaroni and cheese, or healthy choice. You don't have to totally take things away. You just have to put a little bit more time into it. That's all.
But I know as a parent, now if I put all this time and effort into this macaroni and cheese
and you don't eat it,
get over meatballs, I'm gonna be pissed.
Get over it. Why?
I'm gonna be pissed.
You don't want to be pissed.
It's like you don't want to eat what you don't want to eat.
People feel me. You put all that time into making
It's definitely gonna be irritated.
I'm gonna be irritated as hell.
But it's also a lesson learned.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
And then it's a waste of money.
It won't.
You just don't make a lot of it though.
can eat
Like
it.
I'd have to learn that because like
Waste my time.
my babies do not eat spaghetti. They don't like meat.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't. When I would make spaghetti, they would move all the meat away from it.
Or just try for 1 week.
No, Mom.
Try not giving them meat and see how they do. You know, like
Yeah.
our bodies, we're not nomadic people anymore.
That's true.
Our intestines are so long when it's not meant for meat to rot and sit. I learned from my chiropractor. Shout out Dr. Freeman, K&P Family Chiropractic.
Where is that?
That I won't say because they ain't paying me that much.
Oh, okay, so I go. So I'll ride.
I'm just kidding. It's Northwest, but and that's another thing too. Just like all the things that a lot often hear in our community. Oh, that's white people stuff.
Oh
that's
God, I can't stand
That
it.
irritates
Especially
my
when I'm doing
soul.
recipes from like Pinterest and stuff. Oh, you cooking that little white people food? That was good.
You know that's
There ain't no white people food. It's food.
Right.
My mom started to
It's
open up, and I
food.
thank God because baby, that
would
would annoy
irritate me.
my
I can't
soul.
stand
Don't you
that.
tell me that's white people. So who told you that?
Well, that's the thing that they saying that because that exists in our community.
It
to,
does,
to,
I
to
agree.
see something
That's-
white and think it's better or healthier, to make fun and mock healthy living
True.
and food.
One of my kids eats seaweed. Like
That's
something
one-
with their lunch.
That's
Like
great.
seaweed,
Oh, I love
rice,
seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
the rice cakes.
Your kid
and
eat
things-
better than you,
Yeah, he does. He doesn't eat
and
meat.
they often do.
Yeah, he always brings his
Well, like
lunch, and
rice
it's
So
always.
maybe try some of his food. Maybe try.
I'm not ready for no seaweed.
But
Seaweed
you're
is
so
good.
quick to say no. It's so
I
It
didn't
really
say
is.
the CANT word.
That's okay.
I'm
You're
saying I'm not
progressing. But try just maybe sometimes. It's so easy to say no. Just say yes. Have you
And
ever
then
seen
I've
that
done
movie?
that. I've done that too, and I waste money because I'll try. But I do not like.
We'll
it.
try and do it in ways that won't cost you much money.
Be like, can I just buy this bar?
Because I bet you're buying like
box.
the cheese in a tub and the sauce in a can, and it's really just a 44-cent thing of pasta, some tomatoes, and some herbs and salt and pepper. That's it. And this much cheese. Yeah,
How much cheese?
This much.
You know what we should do? We should have like
That's not a
a
lot of
thingy.
cheese.
What do you
A
call it?
meal prep mingle.
Yes.
A meal prep mingle.
Yeah.
I like
Ooh,
that.
That'd be fun. Y'all
I've
just
never
gotta
heard of
do a
that,
prep
but
meal.
that
would
sounds
be
fun.
Yeah, I used to do it, and the thing is, like, how I set it up was everyone gets, the ingredients, the recipes. You leave with it all. You bring in very little, a very small amount, so that you can do a live demonstration, and you know what you're doing. You know what to expect, and a lot of people are just afraid of failure. They don't want a failure. You say it yourself. I
Yeah,
don't
she
want
said, I don't
him
want
to
to be mad.
not
That's
like
true.
it and throw it away.
'Cause
So,
it'll
but
make
if
me
you know what
mad.
to do, well, you're a human being. You have feelings. You have feelings, but you're gonna let your feelings get in the way of you being bigger, better, stronger, healthier, faster.
Come on, motivational
You know what I'm saying?
speaker.
Like, you
love
don't want
it.
that to happen.
I
So
love it all, honey.
So it's called a meal prep
yeah,
mingle.
so
prep
I'm
mingle.
sorry. So it's very small, like 5,
never heard
7
of that.
people. You get your grocery list, so you can bring your groceries to the place, and we prep it all, but we don't cook it. You cook it when you get home, because the thing is, it's not the cooking that takes a long time. Cooking
It's the
takes
prepping.
it's the prep.
Yeah.
So if your celery's already diced up and your carrots already diced up, your onions already diced up, and all your produce is diced up and stored away, then all you're really having to do is open
Take
it
it
up,
out
pop,
in,
pop,
yeah.
boom, 10 minutes, boom, keep it moving. It's routine.
It
It's
is.
not. It's not
You're
magic.
right.
It's just routine. You know what I'm
You
saying?
have to get into that routine. It really is just. I'm a firm believer, and I've said it before that I've stood in my own way. So I know that I'm one of those people where it's like, and I get pumped up on motivation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah.
I get.
Our friend
exactly
Brene
what
is
you're
really
saying.
good with
Brene
meal
is
prep.
the bomb. But Brene was the one that when I got sick, she made me smoothies. She made me green smoothies because I'm addicted to them. And then she made my family like spaghetti. And she was, me and Brene got a baby that's close. I got babies with everybody that's close in age. But
the boomers, the second round.
Jesus, cost so much. But she was like, I use turkey meat, or I use 90-10, so that way it's not a lot of grease, and I know the baby this will be like. She thinks and preps like that, and that's another one you would actually love her
90-10.
because
What is 90-10?
90% the ground beef.
got
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Watch that stuff too. You know,
I don't
even when it's
really
saying
do-
like
I don't
85%
lean.
lean, you know, maybe lean isn't always the best way to go because there's things that you have to process in order to make it less whatever. Just serve the meat or just skip the meat altogether.
my
Because
kids-
you don't have to have meat. Just try it.
For me, like when I look at my plate, it's usually more vegetables and a little bit of meat. Like, cause I love veggies.
I
That's
love sides.
good. Like if
Like-
you love vegetables, that's half the battle.
Yeah. So.
I do love sides.
But when you look at like the American plate, it's like a lot of meat and a little bit.
Well,
of
yeah, if you
fruits.
eat out
Yeah.
like y'all do.
Don't do us like that. Look.
Those plates only exist in restaurants.
Papa
And at home too.
Don't lose. They,
Yeah, but
they
you
At
have-
home,
you-
people.
Yeah, but you
think
have-
you need a meat to make a meal,
This is true.
and you
Yeah,
don't need.
and you
a-
don't.
You really don't need a meat at all.
You really don't need meat at
We should
all.
do meat.
Because
This
it's a
Mondays.
soul food restaurant in
Yeah.
Atlanta, and I get a veggie plate, and it's so
It's so
good.
delicious and fulfilling. You
No
know what I'm
meat.
saying? Yeah, you'd be surprised. It's just people don't want to be
Even sweet
restricted
ginger
and
brown
told what to
Dallas.
do. It's uncomfortable. So you gotta get, loosen up a little bit.
It's more of a
Yeah.
mind thing.
It's all mine. All mine. Your body's, is just trying to look out for you. So look out for it.
Yeah,
Stop
because
eating
once
it.
you stop taking in certain things, your body will start to reject it,
This
which
is
is
true.
a big red flag. Like, I
Absolutely.
should have never been having
Right.
it in the
True.
first place.
Right, absolutely. Give it
So.
just like start one day at a time, Feel good about the day too.
I'm
like,
gonna start tomorrow.
no, you're gonna start today.
Well, I ain't gonna eat no more today. It's 9:00.
Oh, okay, that's good that you stopped
You
eating at
need
a
to
certain
drink. Make sure you drink some tea. Tea is very good to drink at night, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
Mike started drinking chamomile tea.
My
I told
doctor
him
was telling me that to help me
it's
relax.
gonna make you have beautiful dreams, like amazing dreams.
Mhm.
One of his football coaches encouraged me to do that to like help with his sleep and stuff. And so now he's like, "Mommy, where's my nighttime tea? I'm not gonna have good
Does it have
dreams.
caffeine in it?
I need
No, not chamomile.
Okay.
chamomile. No,
No,
I
chamomile
need my
Like,
dreams,
might be like
Mom."
that because he's doped up.
No, it's chamomile, straight chamomile.
Okay, got it.
But
Even my
I
doctor
would
suggested
like
that
to
too.
like I went to the Maker's Mart and I would like to get the chamomile.
Oh,
So you should
the
just
loose- the
steam
leaf-
it
Yeah, the little.
from it versus like having the packaged tea.
That's true.
But I say that to say like I introduced him to that and that was all a gimmick. Like, Mommy wants you to try this tea.
Mhm.
Clark tried it, which is his teammate, and he has amazing dreams.
Mhm.
He's like, Mom. So now he's just invested. Like,
Yeah.
where's my nighttime tea?
Mhm.
Clark
So I feel
has
with
amazing
certain
dreams. I wanna be
things.
With everything, there's so many things though. You
I
you,
can
you
get
just you got to
Because if I
try
would
them
just
out.
been like, you need this tea. You'd be
Yeah,
like,
we
nah.
call mixed vegetables
Yeah.
earth candy.
Yeah, enthusiasm. If you're excited, they're excited.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Now, with you being a fitness coach and all of that, do you have any events coming up in regards to like fitness or anything?
I am a wellness
coach.
So, and the reason I say wellness instead of fitness is because there are levels in all things matter. It's not if you have a crap diet and you work out all the time, you're wasting your time. If you have, and vice versa, it's just a waste of time unless it's a wellness, a wholesome, holistic,
Yes.
hopefully mostly holistic. If you whatever, but yeah, it's what you asked me. I forgot.
Do you have anything like coming up?
Oh yes,
She's always on social media, working it out, doing the things
I
that I
actually
should be
follow
doing.
her. That's what I was going to. I follow her channel.
Oh.
her Snapchat.
You have a
Well,
channel?
see, okay, so Nina
subscribe.
Sarahphina is my fitness. I'm sorry, my fashion Instagram. I just launched Sarahphina So Fit. So
I love that name.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
cute.
Sarahphina Sarahphina. Sarah with an H, Nina with a P. I'm sorry, Nina with an I.
Wait, I'm confused.
Why?
What am I doing here?
Sarahphina So Fit. Oh, that Instagram just launched. So
Oh, it's Instagram. Okay.
yes, and it's also on Facebook.
Okay.
But it's just accountability. It's being over the top enthusiastic about living another day. And how do I keep this feeling? How do I maintain whatever it is that's making me feel this way? So wellness over fitness, but fitness, wellness, health, all of it together, they work together. But December 7th, my lovely PR public relations friend and manager, and he's so many things. He wears many hats as I do. He is hosting a wellness event on the 7th. So I'll be speaking. Yes, I'll be speaking at that. That's this Saturday. Sorry for Saturday, Friday.
Is that the thing that's happening at HT?
No. That's the health expo.
No, yeah.
Okay.
But the Health Expo is also a great
Go.
opportunity.
Are you gonna be there
I
too?
will
I'll
not
be-
be there this year. I was there last year. but I'll be at this.
Where's it gonna be?
Health. As a matter of fact, as soon as you follow Sarahphina So Fit on Instagram,
Which I
you
just
will
did.
also see later on tonight, because if my PR is watching, he's going to put the flyer up there so that you know the information, the details for it. But I will be speaking. I will be talking about fit food for kids. And if you know anyone who is interested in volunteering or sponsoring this program, please send them to these lovely ladies so that they can contact me and let me know whether it's a culinary art student, maybe you have some experience with food prep. We just need a few hands in the kitchen, especially around the holidays. So yes, please feel free to reach out. I can't give you a tax write-off, but I can make sure that you get a good word in heaven.
Well, it's a good note to wrap it up on. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
Yes,
and
and
thank
thank
you.
you
Thank y'all so
being
much. I
here
really,
today.
really appreciate
We're
it.
going to throw a motivational speaker on there too, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because you had me over here doing.
I'm over here ready to go home right now and do some meal prep.
Yo, I'm just saying, we got to stick together. This is how you take care of people.
Accountability.
Accountability. That's all it is.
Also, she lives in East Austin.
2, 3.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right sign, but it is today.
Hood.
Yes.
Well, definitely follow her page. Make sure you share this live today. Share. Go follow us on Instagram as well at K&P Presents. And our website will be coming soon. KNPpresents.com. If you follow our page, you see that we put up a post for it. So definitely stay tuned for that. We are
Shout out Dope
excited.
Creative. Shout out Erica for that, baby. Erica
Dope
did that for
Creative
us.
is behind
That's my little
our
baby over there.
webpage.
She does it. She does
Yes.
it all.
So please look out for that. Once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. Everyone have a great week.
Eat your vegetables.
And your fruit.
Put down a soda.
Yes, and don't use the word CANT.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
You can.
You can.
Do
And you
it.
will.
And you will.
Absolutely. Every day.
All
One day at
right.
a time.
One day at a time.
That's all it takes.
Good night, y'all.
And we're out.
Good job, ladies. Good job, ladies.
Yes, that was fun.
Y'all have big old personalities. Big old. I forgot I was on television for a second. I was
That's
like,
kind
yo,
of what
look,
we like you to do.
look, let me tell y'all something. We need to get it together, okay? I don't like the excuses.
But that's what we like, though. That's why we don't have no questions prepared ahead of time.
Oh, I see.